Everyone, welcome back to So Shinea, and I'm Shinea. And today we're going to be talking about being on YouTube. And so if that's something that you are interested in hearing about, pull up a chair and grab a drink and let's chat about it. So it has been about a month that I have been on YouTube, and I just want to kind of share just some of the things that I've learned so far after being on here for just a couple of weeks. I've posted 4 videos, 1 video a week. I want to get to doing like 2 videos a week. Because I am very dedicated to it and I really enjoy it. What I've learned, and I haven't written any notes down, so I might forget something. But this was kind of a spur of the moment video that I decided to do. But I will share with you that what I've learned is that being on YouTube is not just something to do. It's actually very rewarding, and it has been for me. I'm in the stage of building so many things that it can be very stressful, and so. Just taking some time to do this, and this, I'm not gonna lie, it adds a little bit of stress, and I'll share why, but it also gives me like, a little bit of energy, if you will. This part of my life, YouTube, actually allows me to really show up as my authentic self and just be, if I want to be silly, I can be silly. If I want to be serious, I can do that. I get to talk about, fashion and all those things as well. And I haven't done it yet, but I do have some videos planned out. And so they will be around like fashion, beauty, makeup. And so YouTube definitely adds another layer of stress. Okay. But like I said, to me, it's not a bad stress because it's the one thing, honestly, that I do that truly brings me joy. And I'm not like, I don't have a ton of followers. I literally have 33 followers right now. And that's okay because it's only been 4 weeks and it will grow over time. But I believe that I have a message, or I have things that need to be talked about, and only I can talk about them the way that I'm going to talk about them, if that makes sense. And that was one of the reasons that it took me so long to get onto YouTube, was because I kept saying like, well, everyone thought that I should do just makeup, hair, clothing, because that's in real life, that's kind of what I'm known for, is loving fashion, is loving makeup and just hair and all those things that have to do with looking good, because looking good helps you feel good. But I didn't want my channel to only be about those things, because I'm a well-rounded woman and I'm involved in different things, and I have a perspective on other things as well. And I believe that that is where I can be most useful to women, in career, in personal life, in starting a business, and things like that. I believe that's where I can really add value here on YouTube. And so in doing that, in doing these videos, I've learned that it's not just get out your camera or get out your phone and boom, you're done. It is it is editing, making sure that your setup is okay. It's making sure that you know what you want to talk about, feeling confident enough to do it. And quite frankly, you don't always have to feel confident about doing it. I believe that authenticity is what's most important, is just coming on here and being authentic. And one of the reasons, because I rambled and got off topic, but one of the reasons that it took me so long to start YouTube was because I felt like there were so many people doing the same thing. But, my significant other said, but they're not you, and no one can, do certain things like you. And it really made me think. And I was like, that's very true. And so I had planned to start doing it. And then God told me, like, go get your camera and make a video now. And I wasn't ready. I talked about that in my first video. I wasn't ready to do it. But if God tells me to do something when I feel that He is the one leading me, then I will do it. And, it's a lot, and learning, editing software. And I'm like, this is a lot. Like, it's going to take me forever, and then I decided I'm not going to edit, my videos so that they look perfect every time, because I'm not here for that. I'm here to get my messages out, to help people. And that is what's most important. So I hope that people can get, over the fact that, my background might not look like everyone else's. It's not as polished and all of that. And trust me, I can make myself look polished, but that's not my motivation. It's not my motivation right now anyways. What's most important is you hearing what I have to say and how I can help. And that is what is really driving me to do this. And I think that getting things out to help women after I'm done, shooting a video, I'm just like, I feel good about it. I don't feel like, finally I got that done, like I do with some other things, some other, things that I work on. But it is a lot, getting your topics together and really sitting down and thinking about the things that you want to talk about in your videos. And I didn't do that today. I like to be prepared, but sometimes your most authentic work will come from when you're not super prepared or you're not super polished. And I think that's when we sometimes might show up as our best self. I never cared about if I was too old. At 52, I feel like I'm at a great age because what I'm doing, what I'm talking about, these are things that women want to hear. They need to hear. And my channel is not just geared towards 50 and above women, because I've always had a passion for helping women, specifically younger women. And so it brings me great joy to be able to share my stories and, just be very transparent and authentic about, what has happened in my life and, how I can help someone else. And that's also why I have my coaching business as well, because I want to help young women grow into the woman that they want to be, or that they feel that God has called them to be. Okay. And so I would say that just I've learned to, be authentic, be yourself. And quite frankly, that's the only way that Shinea knows how to be. I don't put on, a front or an air to pretend that I'm something else, or someone else. That's just not how I get down. Another thing I will say is that make sure that you're doing this for you because you want to do it. Because when you do that, or when you do it because you've been called to do it, that's when you really do a great job, because you want to do it. It feels authentic to you. Okay. Don't go off of people saying, well, you should do this. I'm going to watch all your videos. I'm going to support you and all that, because that has not really happened the way I thought it would. But I'm okay with it, because I just pray that my videos, my messages reach the right person when they need to see it. And so that is really what's most important. Make sure that you really think about the topics that you want to cover. Make sure that you spend time, reviewing your videos, making sure that they look the way that you want them to look. Okay. And that is literally what I've been doing. Do they look good enough to me? Okay. Because again, I just want to get my message out. And I think that, like, even this video, I didn't know I was going to do it. But it was just on my mind, like literally 5 minutes before I started to do this video. Okay. And so just make sure that, you have your lighting that you want, and that people can see you, honestly. Okay. And that people can hear you. Again, it doesn't need to be perfect. Everything will come together when it is supposed to come together and how it is supposed to come together. Okay. So just remember that. So if you are, thinking about starting a YouTube channel, you got this. Okay. Oh, another thing is, I didn't know that we had to have thumbnails. I don't know what I do know. I thought that, just the preview was kind of like a part of everyone's video. I didn't realize that you had to have a thumbnail. Okay. And so I started doing those in Canva, and I'm like, I don't love this, but it's a part of what you kind of have to do, right? If you have a channel. And so I started doing those, and I am getting better at it. But it can be time consuming, because I am in some ways a perfectionist on certain things. And for some reason, that's one of the things that, I want to, kind of perfect or do a good job on. But I'm getting there. I'm definitely getting better. I'm getting better at editing my videos as well. But again, right now, I don't want my videos to be super polished because it's more about the content and people hearing what I have to say. But I am enjoying it. I have to tell you, I really am enjoying it. My son and my significant other, when I say that, don't come down, or don't come in the room because I'm creating content, because I'm a content creator. They laugh at me because I'm like, look, I know that I got like 30 followers. Okay. But that's okay because again, it will grow. Okay. I am someone that I just don't give up because things aren't working right. If I really feel that it's something I'm supposed to do, I'm going to make sure that it is successful. I might not ever get to 100,000 followers or subscribers. And for me, I'm okay with that. But I do hope that my message gets to the right people that need it. Okay. And so I encourage you, like I said, I encourage you to, if you want to start a YouTube channel, absolutely do it. You might want to make some notes so that you're not like just rambling off like this girl is doing today, but I'm thinking about things as I'm talking, and then, I just blurt it out or something, for you guys. But whatever you do, give it your all. Okay. And don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it. Get it out of your head, because you're probably the one that is, holding yourself back if you want to start it, if you don't tell yourself that you don't have the right equipment. Okay. I started out using a camera, and then I switched to my telephone, my cell phone. Okay. So I switched to using my cell phone. I have my ring light that I bought years ago. I bought a mic a couple of weeks ago. And I feel most comfortable like sitting in this chair. And I'm sure that there's going to be days that I go upstairs and use my office to make videos, or maybe in my bedroom or my kitchen, things like that. But none of it is going to be, like I'm in a freaking studio, okay? Because I'm at home where real life happens, okay? So if you want to try it, I really encourage you to try it. And if it keeps like being on your mind or in your heart, that's God telling you that you should do it, and really listen to it, okay? Because anything that God tells us to do, He's going to make sure that if we do it, that it is successful, okay? And so I know that this is going to be successful when it's supposed to be, okay? But again, I'm really here to help women, okay? Love themselves and find themselves and do, the things that make them feel good and make them happy and grow and progress, in life, career, love, and so that is what will be happening over here on So Shinea. So I really hope this video is longer than I thought it would be. I really hope that I said something to inspire you. And if you have any questions for me, please feel free. Questions, comments, please put them down in the comment section. Like my videos, subscribe, because I would love for you to be a part of the So Shinea community, where we will talk about all things that women love. And I will also leave a link to my consulting business, my coaching business, not the consulting, but the coaching business for LUXE women in the description. And if you are interested in having someone who can help you get into the next phase of your life, please don't hesitate to reach out. And I look forward to these conversations with you ladies, okay? It is truly a highlight of my day, okay? And so I wish you the very best. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.